Good afternoon and welcome inside the doTERRA field at the UCCU ballpark here at Utah Valley University. And we have another consolation game for you today. J.R. Nelson and Dylan Smith on the call for you, and it's ALA and Grantsville, and we're ready for the first pitch. That's in there for a strike to number 15, Caleb Sullivan. That hit him. So Sullivan will be aboard to start things off. And if you're just joining us, we finished up an exciting matchup between Juab and Canyonview. Went into extra innings. They played a full 9, JR.
Yes, I noticed that. I was quite impressed that it took 9 innings to determine a winner.
Canyonview took a 4-3 lead into the 9th, and then Juab hit a 3-run walk-off homer to overcome the Falcons and advance to play the winner of this game later on tonight at 7 p.m.
And what an exciting way to end a game, and it just adds to the excitement and the thrill of high school athletics. You never know what's going to happen. You can't script it, and sometimes it's better than you would script it anyway. But that was a great baseball game.
Now for these two teams, this is the third game in the last 2 days. ALA, actually that's, for Grantsville that's true. ALA played just one game yesterday and was defeated by Juan Diego 8-4 and then dropped into the consolation bracket. Grantsville, on the other hand, started there, beat Manti 13-5 and then defeated Emory in a comeback fashion 7-5 in the nightcap. This one on the ground to second, over to short for 1 and to first for 2, double play.
Nice double play. And after broadcasting Grantsville at Emory, you almost feel like you know the players.
So Sandberg grounds into a 4-6-3 double play. And now number 14, Blake Thomas, will step in with nobody on and 2 outs.
And ALA with great defense at the beginning of this quarter, or this inning. And the center fielder makes the catch. He kept drifting back and back, but finally made the catch for the out.
That's Thornton back in center field. So 1-2-3 inning for the Eagles, and that'll bring the Cowboys to the field, and we'll head to the bottom of the first here on ETV.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and will deliver to both Emory and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
And welcome back. To the bottom of the first we go, and on the hill for the Cowboys will be number 8, Jackson George. It's George's 9th appearance on the mound. He's got a 2.62 ERA. He struck out 34 and walked just 18 in 26 2/3 innings.
And Braden Johnson, number 4, and the second baseman at the plate for ALA.
Pretty good arm for Grantsville. And now he'll even the count 1-1. Johnson's hitting .392 on the year with 6 doubles. That one catches the outside corner, now 1-2. It'll be Johnson, Cuthill, Ward. Due up 1, 2, 3.
And I've got to say, Dylan, what a beautiful day for a baseball game.
That one will catch the outside corner, and that'll be a strikeout to start things off here in the bottom of the first. Johnson down looking. Now number 9, Dason Cuthill, the third baseman, will take his first cuts of the afternoon.
And Jackson George looking really good on the mound.
First pitch misses outside. Cuthill pitched yesterday for ALA. And now he's at the plate here in the 2-hole. He's hitting .426 on the year. Very good average. Swings through that 2-0 pitch.
And it looks to me like George is kind of running that ball at an angle across the plate. He has about a 3/4 up delivery. It's not straight overhead. It looks like a normal pitch, but it just looks to me like the ball is coming a little bit crossways as it comes to that plate.
So the 2-1 fastball's fouled off. Now 2-2 the count. He's got a bit of a sidearm.
And he's standing way over on the left side of the pitching mound. You can see his foot is almost as far to the left as he can get it.
And the full pitch count misses. So the Eagles will have the first base runner of the game as Cuthill walks. And now the batter will be number 18, Ethan Ward. Ward batting .413 on the year. He's got some slug too, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers.
So he is a kid who can hit the baseball.
First pitch misses low. Grantsville comes in with a 5 seed. ALA is the 3 seed.
So ALA, one of the upsets yesterday.
Yep. Yeah, number 7, Juan Diego, continues to string together wins. It's been an impressive story for the Soaring Eagles so far. They beat Canyon View 22-21 last weekend.
Wow.
This one on the ground to second. Play's going to be made over at first. The runner does advance though. Allred didn't even look over at second. Just threw it over to first for the sure out. And now there's 2 down.
He was willing to take the double 2 out and worry only about the guy at the plate. And we'll see how that philosophy works.
The batter now, number 14, Jager Nelson. He's hitting .384 on the year. He's got 32 ribbies, which leads the team.
Fouled back. Nice looking pitch.
The 1-2 pitch misses outside. 2-2 the count.
And Grantsville's catcher very active.
Big lead at second, and Cuthill's going to take advantage of that ball that just barely got away from Casper. Now a runner just 90 feet away.
Casper not happy about that, but those kinds of things happen. Full count now makes this an interesting pitch.
Well outside. It's the second walk of the inning. So far, no hits for ALA, but 2 runners are on.
Runners on the corner. Brings up number 28, Skylar Hansen.
Skylar Hansen, a senior. He's batting .443 on the year. On the ground. Sandberg has it, and he'll just touch his base for the 3rd out. So ALA leaves 2 stranded, and we'll head to the top of the 2nd here on ETV with the score tied at 0.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday health.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop and Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
Welcome back. Baylor Hall grounded out to 3rd to start off the top of the 2nd. 1 pitch, 1 out, as Austin Smalley continues on the mound for ALA. This one fouled off by Jackson George, the other pitcher.
And Smalley has been very effective to this point. And interestingly, he is also on the left side of the pitcher's mound.
In the dirt, gets past Ward, but no one on, so no harm done. 2-1 the count. And another foul ball, 2-2 now. A swing and a miss. That's the first strikeout of the game for Smalley. And there's now 2 down.
And Brock Miller, the right fielder, number 22, will be to the plate for Grantsville.
Brock Miller, a .370 hitter. He pitched last night against Emory and picked up the win.
Yes.
Smalley has looked pretty good on the mound so far. He hit the first batter and then induced a 4-6-3 double play and then a flyout. And so he's retired the first 5.
And one of the best double plays we've seen done very well. Great defense by ALA.
I think we might have seen more box this weekend than we've seen double plays.
Yes, and that just astounds me. Yeah, that astounds me.
There really hasn't been very many double plays.
And it's interesting that I don't know how many balks have been called during the course of the season, but you get to the state tournament, and if you're a fan, you're going, wow, what are all of these balks going on?
The 1-2 pitch misses in the dirt outside. 2-2 now the count. Miller at the plate with nobody on here in the top of the second. That one misses. Now a full count with 2 down. Grantsville overcame a 5-0 deficit last night against the Emory Spartans and came back and scored 7 unanswered to advance to this game today. The payoff pitch misses. Brock Miller will be aboard with 2 down.
And I think that's the 3rd walk. No, I'm looking at the wrong team. That's the 1st walk that Grantsville has earned, and that's what I was trying to say. Smalley has his 1st walk.
Outside, throw down to first, not in time. Batter now number 10, Cooper Brown. He'll be the DH today. And Cooper Brown hitting a .464 on the year, another solid hitter for this Grantsville team. Fouled off, and the count now even at 1. Brown's a double machine. He's got... Oh, I was looking at the wrong column.
But it's amazing to me you can give statistics for year-long statistics by just having the modern technology right at your fingertips.
Another foul off, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch lifted high in the air. Ward calls for it, and he'll make the catch in foul territory.
Great defense by the ALL catcher to retire the side.
So another scoreless inning for Grantsville. We'll head to the bottom of the second in just a moment.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides oversized load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
Zane Thornton, Austin Smalley, and Zayden Holly do up 1-2-3 for the Eagles here in the bottom of the second.
First pitch fouled away for first strike.
George pitched through a scoreless first, gave up no hits but walked 2. So we'll see if he can keep the runners off the bases here in the second.
And interestingly, in Grantsville's big inning against Emery, I think they only had 1 hit.
Yeah, you're right. There was several walked batters, a hit batter.
They all turned into scores, so somebody gets a board. It's dangerous. And
Nice
struck him
pitch.
out.
It's the second strikeout for George rather, and that'll bring up Austin Smalley.
The pitcher, number 6, Austin Smalley.
That one misses outside, ball 1.
And nice grab by Casper, the catcher for Grantsville.
This one fouled off down the right field line and off the top of the, I don't know, if you haven't been to UVU, it's kind of hard to describe it, but the bullpen is in both corners and they have a half fence blocking that out, and it hit the top of that fence and then bounced over.
Yeah, they've got kind of
outside
a
the
flat
park.
top on the bullpen fences.
So now 2-1 the count to the junior Smalley. That one a called strike on the outside corner. You're shaking your head.
Well, I don't get to be the official, but we do have a great view of home plate from where
We can definitely see inside outside calls very well.
You can't tell high or low, yeah. But I don't get to be the official. Whatever that official said is what it is. No matter how accurate it is, what he says goes.
We've learned that a few times this tournament.
Yes, we've had some interesting officiating.
They've been pretty good, I would say, for the most part.
Yes, they have been.
On the ground, this is Darrow. Nice throw and a good scoop over at first by Hall. Gets him.
And that was a great defensive play by the Grantsville Cowboys.
So 5-3, the put out. And now the batter will be number 11, Zayden Holly.
And I think one of the things that made that interesting for third baseman Brett Darrow is when that ball hit the turf, it really curved. It was literally
not a great bunt with 2 outs, as Holly was obviously trying to reach on the bunt. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Jackson George. He'll certainly take it. We'll head to the third now, all tied up at 0.
When picking the right orthodontist, there are many things to consider. Is it affordable? Are there payment plans? And do they specialize in children orthodontic care? Castle Valley Orthodontics has interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Specializing in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models, Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Pain doesn't have to slow you down. Ditch the drugs and nasty side effects that go with them. There's a fast, safe, and proven effective non-drug option for pain relief.
AlphaSim is a handheld medical device that's FDA cleared that allows us to treat your pain, but it also allows us to treat your brain for anxiety, insomnia, and depression. It's easy to use at home and works immediately. There's no lasting side effects and no risk of addiction.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back. To the top of the third we go, all tied up at 0. And we'll head to the bottom of the order for the Grantsville Cowboys. Number 3, Tate Allred. Number 23, Brett Darrow. And then number 2, Easton Casper.
Except it's Easton Casper batting.
Oh, he might not bat. You're right.
So it might be back to Caleb Sullivan.
First pitch to Allred in there for strike 1. Smalley's looked good on the mound for ALA. He's their ace as far as innings go. Teams in high school don't usually determine who their ace pitcher is, but he's pitched now well over 40 innings with 46 strikeouts and just 21 walks.
Yeah, that makes him an ace pitcher.
This one into right field, shallow, and it's going to get down for a base hit. So Allred with the first hit of the game for the Cowboys. Everyone else reached on a walk or a hit by pitch.
And that one just out of play of the defense, close to the first base foul line, dropped right in for a base hit.
It's actually the first hit of the game for both teams.
So we were seeing kind of a historic event there, I think.
Well,
okay,
maybe not 2 innings in. Reaching to bunt is Brett Darrow, the third baseman. And you're right, JR. We will go back to the top of the order with Caleb Sullivan, who's standing in the on-deck circle right now.
An interesting attack, attempted bunt in the air for an out.
Yeah, that was not a good bunt attempt, so it will be the first out of the inning.
And it's kind of interesting to see these coaches and their efforts and philosophy of getting a runner around the bases.
I think when you're facing Smalley in this ALA team, you have to know, you have to have that small ball approach where every run matters. It could be a 1-0 game at the end.
And ALA, a team that has great defense, great pitching, they like to keep a very low score. All they need to do is score 1 run more than their opponents.
Strike 1 now to Sullivan. He was hit by a pitch back in the first.
Smalley keeping that base runner Allred honest.
Check swing. Didn't go. Peel down. He did go.
Oh my. I'm not the official.
I actually thought he did as well. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. This one on the ground. Nelson has it. Throw to second. In time. Over to first. Not in time. So 1 out on the play.
And that will be Allred thrown out on the double play attempt.
Now, fielder's choice, 6-4.
Number 4, Jay Sandberg.
And ALA keeping Grantsville from having base runners.
First pitch swinging is Jay Sandberg. It's into shallow center, and it's going to be the second baseman that makes a long run and catch. Johnson out there.
Nice defensive play.
So that'll erase the hit, and we'll head to the bottom of the third here on ETV.
Digital cable is a classic. But if you're not enjoying more streaming video services, you're missing out. Emory Telecom has the e-fiber internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi you need for flawless video streaming from all the latest services on all your devices. Whether you want to enhance your streaming options or connect with maximum bandwidth, Emory Telecom's got a sweet plan to make everyone happy. Call or visit emerytelecom.com now to upgrade for just $10 more per month.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
All right, to the bottom of the third we go. Still 0-0 the score, and what could turn out to be a pitcher's duel, as both Smalley and George have looked in command on the hill. It'll be Alec Corona leading things off for ALA in this half inning. Fastball misses outside. It's another beautiful day for baseball here at UVU.
It really is, and we've seen so much baseball and softball in howling windstorms. It is wonderful to just have a nice baseball day.
It's been an odd spring, hasn't it, JR?
Very.
Not a lot of snow, which we usually kind of get when baseball and softball season start, but it's been very windy, at least down in eastern Utah.
Yep.
All right, the 3-0 pitch in there for a strike.
Instead of getting rain or snow in the spring, we've had wind.
Did get a little bit of rain yesterday morning, but that's cleared up, obviously. And it'll be a 5-pitch walk to Corona to start off the bottom of the third. Now we'll flip the lineup back over. Braden Johnson struck out looking his first time up.
Or
Johnson, a .392 hitter. He looks to bunt. Runner's going to take off. Throw down to second rather, in time.
That was a beautiful throw by the catcher.
Casper.
What could you ask for better than that?
He put that ball right where you need it. Allred didn't even have to move his glove. He just had to catch it.
So hats off to Casper. Nice catch by the second baseman, Tate Allred, and they have Corona out.
Now a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike
fouled that one.
Wow, that was I'm still thinking about that throw from Casper. That was big time.
Hey, that should make the highlight reel, I'll tell you that.
No doubt. And that's a called strike 3. Catches the outside corner. We'll take another look on your J&N Auto replay. Might have got a call, but that's now strikeout number 3.
I had George pitching very well for Grantsville.
Cuthill's now going to dig in. He takes a first pitch ball. He walked in the first and was stranded on third base.
And I see batters come to the batter's box and instinctively try to kick themselves a toe hole. And on the artificial turf, not going to happen. It's interesting that they repair all of this after the games are over with a big push broom.
Yeah, there's no rakes.
Yep.
2-0 pitch in there for a strike.
The rake would do you no good. I think they try to sweep the little black dots. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but the little black dots back.
They've got to be rubber.
They
pellets,
have to be
right?
little rubber, yeah.
So good hitters count here with 2 down to Cuthill. Again, Cuthill very good with the bat in his hand. 426 on the year.
So if you're George, you're going to throw him some junk. But that may have been too junky. Did he call that a strike?
Maybe I had the count wrong?
Dylan, it would be your first
Nope,
mistake.
I didn't. It's a walk.
I tell
It
you,
wouldn't be my first mistake. Trust me, JR.
No, Dylan is an absolute magic man. He runs all of the electronics. He calls the game. The scoreboard down in the bottom right-hand corner of your monitor will always be correct, and you can blame it on Dylan. He is just super at what he does. We're going to have a little conference.
Until we get to like 3 games in the day, and then I'm...
So by the third...
Then we know. Then we don't know for sure what's
by
going on.
the third game of the day, you get a little slower. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, you're just putting up a lot of expectations for me over there.
Yeah, but it hadn't been my experience that you get slower at all either, so hang in there. I have great faith. He's one of these, I call them younger people who know how to run everything. My smartphone is smarter than I am. My smartphone just makes me feel stupid. So that's a generation gap. I'm his grandfather's generation.
You think about the things that you've seen in your lifetime.
Yeah, it just
the
astounds
evolution
me.
of the world is crazy.
The world as I have known it has changed.
All right, we'll go back to baseball now as we're ready to resume. Ethan Ward comes ready to hit. This is a high fly ball into center field. Sullivan will make the catch and retire the side. So 1 walk, well 2 walks, and the caught stealing from Ward, or sorry, Casper rather. And that will do it for us in the top of the third. To the bottom half we go. 0-0 still the score.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and will deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated.
Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday health.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
To the top of the fourth we'll go. And leading off things for Grantsville will be number 14, Blake Thomas.
And the left fielder sends that ball sharply to the second base.
Johnson, nice play for the out. We got a little bit behind schedule with the extra inning game between Juab and Canyon View. But these two teams look like they've made a pact to get us back on schedule so far.
Yes. It's been a very quick game.
A lot of swings on first pitches.
Several strikeouts.
And not a lot of base runners. Both pitchers looking good. This one on a line into right field. And Fleener's there for the catch. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. And the batter will now be the pitcher, number 8, Jackson George.
And we've had several innings that have been 3 batters. A big inning is 4 batters. That is
down
a base
the line
hit.
in the left field. George rounds first. Throw is not going to be made. And that'll be a 2-out double.
And with 2 out, Grantsville has a base runner. A single would probably score him. And they're sending a pitch runner, so their pitcher, Jackson George, doesn't have to waste his energy running bases.
Yeah, just the second hit of the game so far, both of them coming from the Cowboys side. And now number 22, Brock Miller, will dig in. He walked his first time up. Miller watches the first pitch land in there for a ball. And now ball 2. So a good hitter's count here for Miller with 2 down and a runner in scoring position. Smalley's missed twice with the fastball. And now 3 times.
So 3 balls in a row. That's something we haven't really experienced from Smalley. He's been quite effective today.
Yeah, the most batters he's faced so far in an inning has been 4. And that a called strike.
And it looked like a strike to me.
This is the 4th batter of the 4th. Fouled off, and now the count runs full.
And you're right, the most batters that Smalley has faced in any inning has been 4, and this is the 3rd time he's faced 4. First inning was 3 up, 3 down. But that's not a lot of people running around the bases.
The payoff pitch. Curveball. Got him looking. This was a nice pitch, Jared. Watch this.
Yeah, that is a payoff pitch.
All right, well, that'll do it for us in the top of the 4th. To the bottom half we go here on ETV, all tied up at 0.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop and Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
Nilsson, Hansen, Thorin do up 1, 2, 3 for ALA here in the bottom of the fourth. And JR, you and I kind of anticipated a bit of a pitcher's duel here in this one, and what it does is it really helps out the team's overall pitcher availability, as both these teams are now in the consolation bracket. First pitch over to short, and Sandberg has trouble with it, and that'll be an error.
And I, in Sandberg's defense, you're playing on an all-weather field. It's AstroTurf, and it changes the game, just the bounce of the ball just a little bit. Unless you play on this day in and day out, it can surprise you.
So now with a runner on, Skylar Hansen will dig in. Going back to my point with the pitching count and all that entails, you're going to face a Juab. The winner of this game faces Juab later tonight at 7, and the Wasp obviously have pitchers remaining, but that 9-inning game really did a number on them.
I would say it would ate up some of their pitching, and a game that goes very quickly like this does not eat up your pitching.
That's one of those things where you're happy to advance, but it took a toll on the team as far as what pitchers will be available, especially tomorrow, because some of those pitchers can come back in today and pitch, but when you talk about days off, some of them will not be available.
You know, and it's interesting that, we were talking about Smalley. A big inning for him is to face 4 batters. George's big inning was 5, and then 3, and then 4. He's not facing a lot of batters either. His first inning was his biggest one.
Right.
He faced 5 batters.
Yeah, both these pitchers have been extremely efficient on the mound thus far. Hansen now down 1-2. This one down the left field line and fair. All the way to the wall it goes. Nelson will reach third, and Hansen's got a 2-out double.
And that could be a very big hit for ALA.
Did I say 2 outs? There's nobody out.
Yeah,
sorry.
The 2 was the 2 bases.
Yeah.
But they have runners now, two runners, and Grantsville is going to talk about this. This is the first real threat of a score that we've seen in the ball game, and it's ALA threatening to bring runners across the plate. So it'll be interesting to see how Grantsville adjusts to this, how they battle having runners on second and third with no outs.
This is really the biggest threat we've seen from either side thus far. That's actually the first hit of the game for the Eagles.
The first base by Nelson was literally by error, got on by error.
All right, now the center fielder, Zane Thornton. And he fouls one off. Well, that was actually in fair territory. And
sacrifice fly.
That first run will come in. Miller made an excellent catch over in right field. I thought that was foul all the way. So Grantsville gets an out, but ALA comes away with a run on the sac fly.
And Miller didn't have a choice. He had to take that ball where it was coming down and caught it just in bounds. So sacrifice fly brings a run in for ALA.
And now Austin Smalley takes his second cuts. He's 0 for 1 thus far. So on the ground, Sandberg has it this time. And a little bit of a high throw, but enough to get it over.
And Sandberg checking to see if the runner was going.
And not hit hard enough or in a spot where Hansen could score. So runner on third now, 2 down. Jansen Hawley at the plate. Off-speed pitch misses high.
And ALA with a runner on third is threatening again. And we've seen 1-run victories all year. Team that gets the run wins.
On the ground, this is Darrow. Not long throw, but in time as Hall keeps his foot on the base. So ALA gets a run, but that's it as George pitches around the air. And we'll take a 1-run lead into the 5th when we come back.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides overside load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
Okay, to the top of the 5th we go. 1-0 the score as the error allowed a run to score for the Eagles. So still no earned runs in the game, but ALA on top by a run. And now the batter, number 10, Cooper Brown, will dig in. And he'll swing and miss. Strike 1.
It takes a mighty cut. He's serious about this.
Brown the DH today. He fouled out to the catcher last time up. And now he's down 0-2. Again, the winner of this game moves on to play Juab tonight at 7. The loser is eliminated.
And a second chance tournament, but you really start with 18, 20 teams, and you begin at this point to narrow it down.
This one on the ground. Johnson there. He's got it. Over to first in time for the out. 1 down here in the 5th.
And nice defense by ALA.
You mentioned it, JR. ALA very comfortable in these one-run games.
And they are very stingy about letting runners get around the bases.
First pitch swinging is Tate Allred. This one in the air to right field, and Fleener has it for the second out.
And you're seeing some high-quality high school baseball. Great defenses and kids who are hitting the ball. They just can't get it into on the green grass for a base hit.
Now Brett Darrow, the third baseman, will take his second cuts. He's 0 for 1. Popped out to third his first time up. Smalley's had a very efficient inning here in the fifth.
Smalley has been very efficient all day long. I don't know if you can say the average is facing 3.5 batters per inning, but that's about what it is.
3-0 pitch though, and that's a called strike.
So Darrow now has to defend the plate some. Oh,
way inside, so a 2-out walk will extend the inning, and now we'll flip the lineup back over for Caleb Sullivan.
And you can tell how good of a view we have of home plate because that ball comes in right at him. You heard my little quick groan. Oh, it's going to hit him. No, he's quick. But he does get on base with a walk. Grantsville with another base runner.
So after we talked about how efficient Smalley was being here in the inning, he's walked a batter and now it's behind 1-0.
And he's simply demonstrating he is human, and he's a high school kid human.
That's what I was going to say. Is that's the funny thing about covering high school athletics in general is you can watch these kids make plays, and you're like, that is top level playing, and then the next moment, it's just not the same.
It's going, wait, what was that? But he fly out, nice defense again by ALA to retire Grantsville once again.
That's right. Then he comes back and gets an easy out, and faces just 4 batters again. So Smalley rolling here in the fifth. He's pitched 5 scoreless innings as we head to the bottom half. ALA out on front, 1-0.
When picking the right orthodontist, there are many things to consider. Is it affordable? Are there payment plans? And do they specialize in children orthodontic care?
Castle Valley Orthodontics has interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Specializing in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models, Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County. Been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Pain doesn't have to slow you down. Ditch the drugs and nasty side effects that go with them. There's a fast, safe, and proven effective non-drug option for pain relief.
AlphaSim is a handheld medical device that's FDA cleared that allows us to treat your pain, but it also allows us to treat your brain for anxiety, insomnia, and depression. It's easy to use at home and works immediately. There's no lasting side effects and no risk of addiction.
Welcome back. To the bottom of the fifth we'll go. It'll be Alec Corona leading things off. Then we'll go back to the top of the order with Johnson and Cuthill.
Corona, the designated hitter. And I believe you gave his statistics early that he has quite impressive statistics.
Just a sophomore is Corona, and he's batting .250. So pretty good for the underclassmen.
And he is not the statistic that I was thinking of. We have some ALA batters with very, very high batting averages.
Now strike 2. George is sitting here. He's only given up 1 hit. It was the double. But his team trails 1-0 after the error. And that's just how baseball goes sometimes.
And it has been a very good baseball game. Grantsville with 2 hits and ALA with 1.
On the ground, Sandberg gloves it and makes a good throw over to first for the out.
And nice defense by Sandberg.
Now batting number 4, Braden Johnson.
So back to the top of the order with Johnson. He's struck out looking in both his plate appearances thus far.
And if I'm Johnson, I'm thinking, hey, I'm not striking out this time looking. I'm going to get this bat off my shoulder.
He's ahead here, 2-1.
And George getting a little bit, losing control a little bit later in the game is what I'm trying to say. And then he throws a pitch.
Backhanded play by Sandberg and a long throw, not in time for the speedy Johnson.
Sandberg had to go clear to the grass for that one. That was I'm saying that a major league player would have had a hard time making it out with that hit.
Yeah, easily an infield single. So the second hit of the day for ALA. And now Dason Cuthill will dig in. He's got 2 walks to his name.
But ALA again with base runner.
Right back at George and past the diving Allred into center field. And now back-to-back hits will put runners on first and second.
And George put his hand up in self-defense. Nearly came up with that, but that came right back at his face at top speed.
So the Eagles have something brewing here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 runners on, just 1 out. And the third batter, Ethan Ward, will dig in. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. And you want the middle of your lineup to come up with runners in on the bases in scoring position, and ALA has that opportunity here. That one behind Ward. Both runners will advance, and now there's 2 runners in scoring position.
And when I was commenting on the control issue with George, he was throwing these pitches wide to my right side of the home plate, and you've got a left-handed batter now, and it was so far wide it was behind the batter.
Infield comes in, and a rocket shot. That's fair down the right field line. Ward's going to round first. 2 runs will score for ALA, and now Ward's thinking 3. And he slams on the brakes. It'll be a 2 RBI double, and ALA out in front.
What an amazing base hit by Ward. Slams that thing right down the first base line. Fair ball, but it was barely fair. Big base hit.
There's going to be a conference on the mound.
That's a double.
That's a double.
Give him credit where credit is due.
Yeah, big double. It's a really nice line drive hit, and that'll be it for George, who looked solid through 4 innings. But now he allowed 3 straight hits and 2 more runs to come and to score. ALA is going to take a 3-run lead, and we'll take a step aside for the new pitcher as he warms up, and we'll be right back.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Digital cable is a classic. But if you're not enjoying more streaming video services, you're missing out. Emory Telecom has the e-fiber internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi you need for flawless video streaming from all the latest services on all your devices. Whether you want to enhance your streaming options or connect with maximum bandwidth, Emory Telecom's got a sweet plan to make everyone happy. Call or visit emerytelecom.com now to upgrade for just $10 more per month.
And welcome back. It will be the senior number 11, Sadiq Gautier. And we saw him a little bit last night. He pitched well coming in relief.
And I couldn't figure out his name, and I wasn't leaving the ballpark till I had talked to somebody. And they told me it's Sadiq Gautier. So here's Sadiq Gautier on the mound for Grantsville. And he did a very good job last night pitching against Emory.
He comes in a big spot. His team down 3 with a runner in scoring position, just 1 out. And you've got to think with the way this game has gone, you can't allow any more runs if you're Grantsville.
And he is pitching to the cleanup batter.
That's true. It is Jager Nelson at the dish. As Gautier steps off.
Kind of looks at the runner on second and says, "What are you thinking?"
Sadiq's now appeared in 10 games. He's got just a 3.15 ERA. He's got 13 strikeouts in 13 and a third innings of pitching and just 2 walks. So a guy that averages about a strikeout per inning, doesn't walk very many batters.
And Sadiq Gautier, not a name that you hear a lot, and so I am very happy that he is involved in high school athletics at Grantsville in America's game.
Fouled off. The count now even at 2. So you're giving up. Doesn't the NFL channel have a America's game?
They might.
For those that don't know, JR played college football.
And college basketball. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Wow,
what
really
a catch.
Long run and catch by Sullivan into deep center, and it nearly was a 2-base advance for Ward, but he will take third.
And I'm telling you, Sullivan did an amazing job of coming up with that catch. And it was hit deeply into center field. ALA still threatening with a runner on third and Hansen, the first baseman, at bat.
First pitch strike. There are 2 down now.
And to complete Dylan's thought about what I played in college, I actually earned my degree in track. I was a high jumper.
Wow, diving stop by Darrow. He's got a long throw, but no chance with the speedy Hansen. And that'll be an RBI infield single, but a heck of a play by Darrow to keep it just to 1 base.
I'm telling you, Darrow saved that from being a double or a triple. He laid out, took that thing flat on it was face in the, it's not dirt, face in the AstroTurf, and then whips that ball to first, but can't quite get it there in time.
Yeah, my point really, more than anything, going back to it is, I'm impressed that we've got you so far that you're calling baseball America's game.
Listen, it is your fault. You have gotten me addicted to the games played with bats and mitts. I'm an old track coach. But yeah, Dylan Smith has me converted.
Well, it's got to be more of these kids than anything. I just brought you out to the games, and you get to watch these guys play, and it's a good time.
I've got a crazy story about Grantsville. I don't know if you got time to hear it, but later. But hey, high school athletics is the most exciting thing in anybody's hometown.
Another chance for Darrow.
He's got it.
And a good throw will make the play. ALA, though, strikes for 3 more runs and now leads it 4-0 as we head to the 6th here on ETV.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and we'll deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application for a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local J Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
To the top of the 6th we'll go. Grantsville now trails at 4-0 after ALA has scored 1 run in the 4th and then 3 more in the 5th.
And Sandberg, who's been doing a great job at shortstop, now at the plate.
Big swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-2. Smalley's looked extremely good on the mound for ALA in this one.
And has gone the distance.
This one on the ground to short. Nelson has it. And he'll beat Sandberg
and
for the
again,
out.
Great defense by ALA. They have really played a great defensive game today.
I would say so far this has been ALA's game. Their type of game. Low scoring. They've come through some clutch hitting. And now it's all on the pitcher and the defense's shoulders to ride him out the rest of the way.
I agree. We've got a lead. Can we keep it?
Blake Thomas will now dig in. He's in the 3 spot. 0 for 2 so far.
And we brag about Smalley, and look what we've done to him.
We did this to him last inning, too.
Yes, we did.
That one's going to be fouled out and out of play.
And I believe Blake Thomas has hit the ball every time he's been at bat and is yet to get on base.
Smalley just a junior. That was a nice curveball.
That was a sweet pitch.
Anytime you're a righty throwing to a righty and the batter turns to brace himself and then it curves for a strike,
you know it's a good one.
You know you did it right. But then Thomas comes right back and rifles one into left field for the base knock.
And after his third time at bat, hit the ball every time, finally is on first base with a base hit.
The batter, number 6, Baylor Hall.
Called strike to Baylor Hall. The first baseman is 0 for 2.
And again, Smalley back doing what Smalley does very well. Fouled back by Baylor Hall.
One down, 2 strikes. Did he go?
And they're saying
they're gonna appeal.
No.
No. That was close.
I was wondering. And again, whatever the official says is what it is. It's interesting how much I agree with the official and also how much I do not. It's been kind of funny.
Outside now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I do like that they've been appealing down to the official in the infield for those check swings.
Yes.
Because the guy behind the plate, the umpire behind the plate, he's got so much to worry about as far as, is it a ball, is it a strike? And in my opinion, he just doesn't have the best view or assignment to look at those check swings.
Base hit. Base hit by Baylor Hall.
So Grantsville looking to come back in this one. 2 runners on, just 1 out. Back-to-back singles from Thomas and Hall will bring up number 8, Jackson George.
And another thing the plate ump has going for him, he has got to keep an eye on the pitcher. Is the pitcher throwing this ball legally? Is it a balk? Is it, he's got a lot of things. And I don't care what sport it is, I always appreciate the officials getting together for a conference. If they do it in basketball, I'm going, yes, you're doing exactly what you should be doing. Football, I don't care what it is. Anytime you have more than one official in a high school game and they get together for a conference, I approve of it. I think it's smart. It doesn't mean you're dumb or a bad official. It means you're smart enough to confer with your other officials and make sure you are getting it right. And that's all anybody wants, is we want it right. So I appreciate checking with that official down on the base path.
I thought we were going to see some sort of change.
So did I, and nothing happened.
Both coaches came out, and Grantsville's coach was looking at his lineup, but
I was getting quite long-winded because I thought I was going to have a long time.
This one popped back. Ward's going to chase it, but it's going to go out of play into the stands.
Interesting, and
big spot for George, who was good on the mound until really the last inning. He's hitting .418 though, a chance to help his team out and pull him back within a couple runs. Now fouled back, 1 and 2. We haven't mentioned this in the broadcast yet, but these are the reigning champs, the Grantsville Cowboys.
Yes, they are.
Won last year.
And I believe Juab came in ranked number 1 this year in 3A baseball.
Yes. In fact, Juab was ranked number 1 last year, as well as the ball gets away from Ward. And both runners will advance. So now George with a chance with 2 runners in scoring position.
And now we're having a coaching timeout again. And we've got a player going out into the field from the dugout.
Okay, so Johnson's going to move from second to short. And coming in is the freshman, number 20, Carter, would you say Ruch? R-U-C-H?
R-U-C-H, yes. But they're leaving Smalley on the mound.
Yeah, you don't see this very often.
That
a defensive change in the middle of an at-bat.
I still find this very strange. And the interesting thing is, ALA has really been playing very well defensively, and they're changing their defense some.
And then you're bringing in a freshman, which obviously he's talented, but this one in the air into right field could be deep enough. Runner will tag at third. Throw down to home, not in time, and Grantsville's on the board on a sac fly.
And nice catch out there by the right fielder, Fleener. But on the sac fly, Grantsville does finally get on the scoreboard.
So Thomas comes around to score after his single. And now Brock Miller will come up to the plate. If Grantsville comes back in this one, they will take over that comeback kid role.
Yes, they definitely will. I believe they trailed Emory 5-0.
5-0 yesterday. And they trailed Manti 5-0 the day before, or the game before that. So they were down by 5 runs 2 separate times yesterday and won both the games.
A tribute to their tenacity.
Big swing and miss by Brock Miller, and he's behind now 1-2.
With 2 out, runner on third. Grantsville with an opportunity to score. ALA anxious that they not do so.
Time's called. Yeah, if you're Grantsville here in the 6th, you got to think we need at least to get that runner from third home, and then we've cut the margin in half, have a better chance in the 7th. ALA obviously trying to maintain the 3-run lead.
And
you do that as a coach. I mean,
yes,
you got to break the game down somehow, some way.
And literally, as a basketball coach, I used to say, I need 3 stops. In other words, we're behind 6. Give me 3, stop them, and we score 3 times. We're back in this.
Right. Or you hear coaches say, all right, let's win the next 4 minutes.
Yes. Give me your very best effort for the first 2 minutes of the 4th quarter.
That's a
struck him
strike
out.
3. Miller down with the bat on his shoulders. Grantsville gets 1 across, but trails by 3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on ETV.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday health.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop & Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
We have a new pitcher in the game for the Grantsville Cowboys, and number 3, Tate Allred. So Allred comes in to replace Gauthier.
And he is facing Austin Smalley, the pitcher.
It's Allred's. Yeah, you're right. It's Allred's just his 4th appearance of the year. He's got a 2.10 ERA. He's pitched 3 1/3 innings, so very small sample size for the senior. Off the end of the bat, and Allred has it. He'll send it over to first for the out. Kind of surprised that they went away from Shadiq Gauthier, who came in and pitched really well.
Yeah, he actually did pitch well.
Now, he pitched last night, so I don't know if the pitch count had an...
Yes, that may have had something to do with it.
Now the batter, number 11, Jason Hawley. Hawley's 0 for 2 thus far.
Left fielder looking for a hit. And he squares away to bunt. Dylan, you're going to have to give me an education.
So if you leave the bunt out there, then that's considered a swing.
But I'm saying
why is
we
he
have
bunting?
one out.
That's going to be a strikeout.
That might be why.
Sometimes you're just trying to make something happen, catch the defense off guard. You do what's called a drag bunt and pop the bat down and try to you see how far back Darrell's playing at third.
Yeah, get him on base.
So the point of that bunt attempt is get it past the pitcher in Allred and in front of Darrow, and that's a hard play to make.
And yeah, that'd be a good bunt. Batter now, Alex Corona.
Corona is 0 for 1 with a walk. You don't often see the DH batting last in the order.
Yeah, this might be the first time we've run onto that in our broadcasting.
Allred's come in, and maybe he hasn't pitched a lot coming into this game this year, but he's got 2 quick outs, and now he's ahead 1-2, and he gets another strikeout. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Tate Allred, and we'll head to the top of the 7th, where Grantsville will look for some magic. Down by 3.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides overside load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
When picking the right orthodontist, there are many things to consider. Is it affordable? Are there payment plans? And do they specialize in children orthodontic care? Castle Valley Orthodontics has interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Specializing in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models, Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Last chance for Grantsville, trailing by 3, and it'll be Cooper Brown, Tate Allred, and Brett Darrow due up. Smalley is going to continue on the mound.
And he has gone the distance and looked good doing it.
And ALA's re-entered Nilsson at short and moved Johnson back to second. You talk about a solid performance from a pitcher.
You're seeing one today.
If you can give up just 1 run through 7 innings, 4 hits, it's been impressive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a big swing and a miss for the first out. So Tate Allred will come in. He pitched a very efficient bottom of the 6th rather, and he's 1 for 2 at the plate.
And he really did pitch well. And we were a little surprised that Shadiq Gauthier pitched 1 inning, but again, we don't know what the pitch count is.
This one lifted into the infield, and the catcher Ward will make the play. Now quickly 2 down.
And Ward has been very good with those high pop-ups around home plate.
Again, the winner of this game moves on to play Juab later tonight at 7 p.m. The loser is eliminated. Up next, we have the last 2 remaining unbeaten teams between Carbon and Juan Diego. That game's set to start at 4:30. So another exciting day of baseball.
Yes, and first pitch high ball to Darrell. And the ALA fans can kind of smell the water hole.
3 straight balls. We talked about it. It's really, when you talk about players at this level, it's the consistency. The difference between the players that move on and play.
Yes.
And Smalley's just a junior, so I'm not saying that he can't gain that in the next year, but just as a general statement, it really is. You have to remember that these kids are just 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, they're just kids. And when I said you could smell the water hole, that's the old cowboy coming out in me. You got the herd, you've been long, hard day on the trail, and you get close to the water, they're anxious to go.
Big swing and a miss on the 3-1 pitch. Now the count full with 2 outs. So Grantsville down to its final strike.
And the ALA faithful have got to be happy.
And the pitch, that's going to be a called strike 3. And Grantsville's reign is over. We will crown a new champion this year. ALA moves on with a 4-1 victory over the Cowboys.
And it was a very good game. Well played on both sides. 9 hits total in the game. Grantsville with 4, ALA with 5, and ALA wins 4-1.
You got to tip your cap to Smalley, who finishes the complete game, allows just 1 run and 4 hits. He struck out 2 in the final inning and ended his day with 5 total strikeouts through 7 complete innings.
And yes, hats off to Smalley. What a job he did today pitching. Austin Smalley was, I'm not going to say he's perfect, but he was very, very good on the pitcher's mound today.
Then at the plate, Dason Cuthill went 1 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. And so he was perfect, reaching base 3 times. So let's set this up, JR, before we take a break. We're down to now 4 remaining teams. You've got Carbon and Juan Diego that are both in the winner's bracket. We'll have that matchup for you next at 4:30. Then later on tonight, Juab and ALA will face off, and the winner of that game will move on. So we'll whittle it down all the way to 3 remaining teams after tonight, but we've got a big winner's bracket matchup between the number 4 seed Carbon and the number 7 seed Juan Diego coming up next, and then Juab, the number 1 seed, will take on the number 3 seed ALA later tonight at 7.
And the Carbon and the Juan Diego loser will play the winner of tonight's 7 o'clock game.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning before the championship. And the winner of that game earns the right to play the winner of the following, 4:30 undefeateds. Whoever wins Saturday morning gets a chance to play them for the championship in the afternoon.
Any final thoughts on this one?
Very good game, very well played. My compliments to both teams.
Yeah, great season for Grantsville. Won it all last year, came up short this year, but tip your cap to the Cowboys. They always have a solid program over there and played well. But ALA is going to advance, and once more they'll play Juab tonight at 7. Stick around. We've got the Carbon Juan Diego matchup for you coming in less than an hour. For JR Nelson, I'm Dylan Smith, and we'll see you next time.